It's my son's 18th birthday today. And for the past couple days, we've had this feeling of impending dread, if you want to call it that. And we couldn't quite put our finger on it, but we haven't been able to concentrate. And the hallucinations have gotten a lot stronger the past couple days. We had a real bad one earlier today of a really tall, lanky, greasy looking guy. Now, this one was actually out of the left side for a change. But we were getting through today all right and everything, and we had to wait for our wife to come home before we could run to the store for the final stuff for his birthday dinner and his cake and everything. And which, as you've seen, is always a chore for us. But so we kind of had to wait, and we felt bad because we didn't go out last night to do it, but the stores around here are still running on the partial hours because of the COVID. And normally we like to have, a little gift and stuff sitting on the counter or make it a special day when they wake up in the morning and whatnot. But this time, because we didn't run out earlier, we weren't able to do that. And we only actually had two things for him because, one big, one small thing. And we could have given him the small thing, but then, it was kind of a one thing goes together type of a thing. But so he, the point is that, it's like we kind of felt bad because there wasn't anything there for him this morning, and it's his 18th birthday, and we were just, I guess, maybe remembering or trying to remember how we would have felt. And when he came home, I already had the one smaller gift wrapped up, but the other was actually in our wife's car because it was just too big to keep anywhere in the house. And it's actually been there for like a week, but and we managed to get through the day, go to the store and get everything, get the cake and get through dinner. Not that, there was really much to it because we just got takeout because that's what he wanted. And, but this whole day there's been this gnawing feeling of dread eating at the middle of our chest. And everybody here kept getting louder and louder and louder and just would not shut up. And about, I don't know why this is, it's the shadow of the phone, of course. And all of a sudden the EPs just started freaking out because they were and are, because we're still going through this. I probably shouldn't even be recording this because we were still in the process of centering, but hey, he will, but the littles were absolutely convinced that it's our birthday. And at some point tonight, we're going to get our annual present. Because that's what happened. That's what happened every year. Until we got bigger. We'd be in bed and he'd come in. Drunk, stinking of the cigarette smoke. And, that's when we would go away. We would go away. Up onto the ceiling or somewhere inside. And so, in spite of all of our tools, in spite of all the DBT, the grounding box, I mean, literally as we're recording this, here's our orange oil, which we've been shoving under our nose every 5 minutes because it's the only thing that can keep us centered and grounded in this time frame. When I've got 4 different littles in 4 different time frames, all freaking out because they think that it's our birthday. And we're going to get that special present. And as we're cleaning up after dinner and after the cake and everything, they just got louder and louder and louder. And they wouldn't stop and they wouldn't shut up. And everybody was just yelling and screaming and freaking out on the inside. And even now they're doing it. They're just absolutely convinced that at some point tonight we're going to be abused again because it's our birthday. But it isn't our birthday. But no matter how much we tell ourselves that, they don't believe it. And the trouble is that when there's that many of them, it's very hard to talk. Because when we spin out like this, the speech centers shut off. And we start to stutter. And we actually started recording this before. Just after we stopped stuttering, as you can tell, it's right there. It's because the 2 hemispheres of the brain aren't communicating along the corpus callosum. Okay, shut up, Data. They don't need to know exactly what it's called. But this is it. On a day that should be, and he doesn't know, the rest of them don't know, just our wife, because we needed her to help ground us because we don't want to take anything. I mean, we're sitting outside right now. I mean, he's in his room playing his video games and stuff, but it's dear God, no, just not now, not tonight. It's his birthday. The center needs to be on him. And yet I can't, and yet the EPs just... They don't understand that it's not our birthday. And we did our tools. We took our propranolol when we really started to spin out. And the orange oil, obviously. And we're going to need some ibuprofen later because we had a TITH hit. Because there was like Christopher and Susie and Christopher D were all shoving at the same time, and it's like, you know how a drowning person, you go to rescue a drowning person and they'll climb on you, they'll climb on top of you to get themselves out of the water and shove you down in the process. That's what it's like, except there's 3, 4, 5, 6, how many? All shoving at the same time, and there's only one body. And at some point it just becomes noise. And I can't tell what's me and what's them and where they end and where I begin. We begin. See, there's part of it. It's like there's... I can't explain it. I can't. It's not our birthday. And nothing's going to happen to us. But we don't believe that. The EPs, they don't believe it. And how do you convince them? How do you convince them? When they're just screaming inside and they want to run and they want to hide. Except for Susie. Yeah. Sorry, we don't know what else to say. We need to go back inside before our son comes out again because he's very sensitive to our moods and whatnot, and he caught us a few minutes ago just in the middle of where we were starting to switch out and lose grip with this time-space zone, coordinates, whatever, this time frame now. So, yeah. I hope everybody out there is having a nice, peaceful evening. And if you're not, then, well, you're not alone. So, guess we'll go now. Thanks, guys.